heartbeat away from going mad. Girl, when you're looking like that, closer, I'ma get close.
Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, hi, my name is Sharon. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch yet another video. Thank you guys for coming back to watch yet another story time. I've realized this, you guys really like these story times, you know, they just sit down videos, and I realized that since we're not outside as much as we would like to, we can do more story times. So I thought, let me tell you guys how I started my business. I've realized that it's a very sensitive subject for a lot of people to talk about why and how they started. Some people are just not comfortable to share, but guys, I mean, I talk about my business all the time. I'm pretty sure you saw the video that I posted on Monday. I will talk about my business anytime I get, because guys, that thing feeds me. That thing allows me to have peace of mind. It allows me to have hobbies, activities, things, enjoy things that I like to do, and I believe in it so much that I think it's such a gift. It's such a gift from God, and I wish everybody could experience that, but also understand that it's not for everybody. It is not for everybody. I understand that. So I thought, let me share that part, because I don't think I've ever spoken about that on this platform. So how I started is I think Riley was, my firstborn was maybe 2, 3, and I was fairly a new mom at the time. And if you're new, again, I used to be a fashion blogger, so I used to consume a lot of, you know, items. I would buy a lot of clothes, not even in my shop. Sometimes I'll buy Thrift as well. Sometimes I would, one time I remember I was working with Shein, they sent me stuff. So I just had a bunch of things. There's an airplane that's passing outside. It's always the weird things when I'm filming, weird noises that come up. In the other video, it was birds. I don't like this. Anywho, so I had a lot of clothes that were just lying around that I was not wearing anymore. But remember, these clothes, they were handbags and they fake before I was a mom. And when you become a mom, either in your breastfeeding season, you need to name a button, or sometimes your style completely changes, which I think is what happened to me, right? And I think I was actually broke. And that is let me do a closet clearance, but it's like closet clearance here and so, and those things sold out in less than 24 hours, guys. And you know, I just went on my Instagram and I posted the items that I was selling, and then I went on my Facebook and I posted the items that I was selling. Mind you, a lot of those things were still in good condition. That were not so perfect, but so I would just sell them for, like, you know, like in this day I would say maybe I'll just sell it for like $5, and then I would put a disclaimer, no tips on this shoe, or broken belts, broken zip on this bag, you know, that sort of thing. But it was never that bad, to be honest. So I just did that closet clearance, and I cleared a bunch of things in my clothes. So by the time the 24 hours went by, I was still getting requests from people. Sharron is mind you, I study a lot of Nigerian or let me say developed markets, and in the African context, I look at what's happening in Nigeria to see what are the trends, what's going on there, what are people doing. It's kind of, I don't know, Nigeria people are in a thrift store and they're doing it online, so maybe I can, you know, try to incorporate this. But at the time I didn't. I think Ipapa and now this is where I'd seen the idea. I just thought, let me quickly rush to Mbare and look for clothes that I can resell. Mind you, at the time I had a standby photographer, because I was a blogger. So I had a standby photographer in Geneva at the time. I shoot from Harare Gardens, but I never had a very good relationship. So we had been friends. I never come phone, and I've not spoken to him in a while. And that's a weird name, but I'm Geneva, guys. But you ask my friends, ask Faith how many times we would go to Harare Gardens to shoot pictures with Neva. So I just reached out to Neva and got Neva. We are going to my picture. I want nice pictures. So Neva would come. The first time Neva came, we shot the pictures, and then I created the page now that we are still using as Thrift IZW. So I don't know my response. People are asking, and I was doing this on a weekly basis, but I didn't know how you can actually, do what I'm doing. Guys, here's the thing. I talk to my sister about a lot of things, and one of the things that we talk about is business cannot get in squeezes. I think when people look at something from the outside, you don't really understand what's going on. So I think that was it with the thrift business. Just like Muno and item, you think those people don't make money. Those people make money. And it's just a matter of pushing volumes, scaling and just making sure that I think you and my customers talking to people nicely. And at the end of the time, I was using the little influence that I had at the time. My request so I then go and create a page on Facebook as well. That's how I started. So from then, I think in the earlier stages also, I would go to Monomtapa. I would sneak in to Monomtapa, or I would go and buy a coffee, and because I would go and buy a coffee, or I would go and buy something for breakfast early in the morning, and then I'll just ask the bar, if the people in the bar area or in the restaurant area, if I can use the upstairs, because I wanted to use the upstairs area to take pictures. So that's when I would go upstairs with Neva. Remember Neva, I was on standby in Harare Gardens, which is just behind Monumtapa. Now I think of it, guys, I've always had the mind. It's just that this country makes it difficult for me. With me and my ideas, I could be a millionaire at this point, but I'm just, a girl living in Zimbabwe. So anyway, we would go upstairs, shoot our pictures, go home, edit, post, deliver, go home, edit, post, deliver. And that's the time, that's the Managana collection point. So I would go make the deliveries by myself, or I would meet with people in town, and that's how the business started. So for anyone who is interested, I hope that was inspiring enough. Guys, my business. And business, guys, concept or idea of business is not just selling something. Sometimes selling chinchino, but sometimes you sell a service. Like the girls that I mentioned in the previous video, the girls who do makeup, the girls who do hair, you don't really need much to do someone's hair. All you need is the experience, right? But I think a lot of us to know to implement. If you see this person, makeup, this person would make so much money, even from just creating my videos in makeup. They would make money from that. But a lot of us, I think, we are afraid of this culture. And also to the idea of starting from ground zero, because remember, if you're starting a business, guys, you are starting from zero. But who cares? Start from the ground, and in a year's time, go to it and look back and see, this is our 1 year anniversary as a business, and this is how much we're doing, this is how much we're making, and this is how much we've grown. So just start. This video is to just inspire someone to just start. If you've been thinking about getting into some sort of a business, whether you're home, whether you're in the diaspora, wherever you are, just get into it. I am so grateful for ChatGPT, guys. You have no idea. I came late to the party, I know, but now I like that I can literally enter any topic into that app. I still need Google, but ChatGPT makes my life so much easier. So even with business, I'll go and check how I can solve a certain problem. I'll go how I can create certain content for my businesses. So that's the purpose of this video. I don't want this video to be long. And lastly, maybe 3 things that I wish I had known before getting into this business, which someone would have just helped me and told me, good, be careful of this. So number 1, you are going to deal with difficult clients. It's a given. You are not special. It happens. It's how you handle them that matters. And I have clients who want to tell me some sort of, if I see that person inquiring, I will say, oh my God, she's big. But do you know what? I go in knowing that this person is bringing me money, and I'm depending on my business and my feelings, guys. Just operate from a point here. This is a business. This person is approaching me for a product, and if this is how they operate, it's on them. However, your part is to make sure that you deliver the service or the product that you are selling, so that you make a sale at the end of the day. And I think that's why I have these people keep coming back. And don't go for what, she's never going to come back and buy from me again, but they keep coming back, and I'm grateful for that. So just understand that you have hurdles. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a bed of roses. You're going to incur some challenges, but you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Right? Number 2, you need to be consistent in showing up for your clients. I said this in the other video that we did on Monday. You need to be consistently showing up for your clients. So sometimes I'll get discouraged, right, and say, oh no, we have not made a sale this past 2-3 days. I don't want to post anymore. I don't want to talk to anyone anymore. If anyone inquires, I'm tired. People just come and inquire and they don't buy. It's not but here's the thing that I wish someone had told me. Some days you make sales, some days you will not make sales, but it doesn't necessarily mean that your whole business is a bad concept. Doesn't necessarily mean that you are running a loss. Some businesses you make sales, some businesses you don't make sales. There are big supermarkets that we have seen closing, guys, and sometimes it's just a matter of just readjusting, tweak where you need to tweak, move with the economy, move with the times, move with the seasons as well. So that's also something you need to know before fully getting into the business. And then lastly, eat, sleep your business. When people see you, they must know that mama cake have a sheep. When people hear you talk, they know examples of baking cakes are going to be thrown in there, because that's what brings food on your table. So eat, sleep your business. And by that I mean anytime you get studying, anytime you get look at what other trends are going on there. How are people editing? How are people showing up online as businesses? That sort of thing. Who do you need to partner with? Who do you need to work with to make sure that your sales are boosted? But anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. I just thought let's do a quick story time and just do lessons that I wish I had known before starting my business. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching up until this point. I appreciate you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully you stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next